Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope y'all are doing well. So this message is going to be specifically for somebody that's been going through an awakening. Spirit wants me to talk about the process, okay? And I'm not sure exactly why. Maybe just, for a perspective, for your own reflection. I'm not sure. They want me to talk about this process, though, okay? So you walked away from something in your past here, all right? Whatever this was that you had walked away from, this was life-changing, okay? And so much so that, like, you really did have, like, a death and rebirth, okay? You died in a sense, and in some sort of way here, okay? You really went through a lot. And you had a rebirth. So during this process here, okay, of your spiritual awakening, you had a lot of choices. And you were so hurt. This is a very dark, emotional time for you, okay? And you were trying very hard to recover, to heal. Essentially, you were kind of killing off parts of you as well. Now, I don't believe this was intentional to start, okay? I do sense a lot of self-destruction here, okay? However, there was a moment where you took a leap of faith, okay? You took a leap of faith here. And in all honesty, it feels more like a surrender. Like you got to a point where you surrendered, okay? To the divine, to source, to the universe, to whatever, you surrendered in a sense. And you took the initiative to really kind of like not run away from these negative and very, very emotional things, okay, within you. Memories, qualities about yourself, actions. Like, you really went into this reflective mode here, okay? And it didn't feel good at all. But you faced those things. You exposed and shined a light on these qualities, on these things, okay? And you took a leap of faith to I don't know, to trust the process. To trust the process. Okay? When you took this leap of faith towards the divine, towards source here, okay, what you began to realize is that it really is about what you feed into, okay? Like, you faced a lot of negative thoughts and qualities and stuff, but you also looked at where you were putting your focus, okay? So, and I'm talking about within yourself. So there's a good and a negative aspect to all of us. It's that duality, okay? It's like that Native American tale, you know, which wolf wins? The good one or the bad one? Well, the one that you fucking feed, okay? And you started feeding into the good. You started feeding into this spark and into this flame, into this divine, okay? You started really seeing that you have a lot of blessings. And you just couldn't see that before. But doesn't mean people around you didn't see that you had these blessings. And a lot of these people that you had walked away from, these are people that were jealous of you. These were people that wore masks. These were people that really wanted to steal your blessings, feed off of your blessings, okay? And while you've been having this spiritual awakening, you know, those energies that you walked away from, those were energies that really were so negative that it distorted, you know, your reality as well. Now that you had walked away from those energies and you had been focusing more on the light, you know, the light, you're seeing now the beauty in the world. You're seeing now the inner connection, not just the physical connection, you know, like you really did surrender and turn to source in a way of like complete surrender, okay? The source became your best fucking friend. It became all you had. All right? And they're wanting me to explain and lay your story out because like that shit is not easy to do. Like you freed yourself. I mean, God freed you, you know, but you really did persevere. You really did. You wanted to give up. You were trying to give up, and by you surrendering, you've had a complete rebirth. You are not the same person that you once were. Not at all. You were completely different. You're a whole new person. And this rebirth, it was very painful. It was very hard. And you did it. You overcame. You pushed through. You know, you're free. You're free now. You know? Let's pull some cards here. I reap what I sow. I remember that my thoughts and actions shape my reality. What I sow, whether in thoughts or deeds, will come back to me. Today, I choose to plant seeds of abundance, light, and love, knowing that I will reap the greatest rewards. Yeah, you have this, you have a second chance at life here. I am free. The veil of ego lifts, revealing a new vision of my life. Focused on my inner growth, I listen to the voice of my heart and remain grounded in love. Free from fear, judgment, and duality, I step confidently towards my inner peace. I'm telling you, like, inner peace is so precious. So precious. And you fought so hard to have it. You really nurtured yourself here. In the greatest of ways. Like, you really did have to trust the process of this, and it hurt. We have discovering. Release old beliefs and limitations. Open yourself to new ideas and endless possibilities. Embrace adaptability and the freedom to explore new perspectives. As you let go of the past, you unlock deeper layers of your potential and discover the expansive worlds within. You are a completely different person. Who you were then is not who you are now. And you're free to discover a whole new world. Because this is a whole new world. It is. I mean, you're seeing things so differently now. Everything is going to be different. Everything is going to be experienced differently. says, remain in the light. Stay calm and wise, moving forward with confidence, knowing you will succeed. No matter what happens, remain in the light. By maintaining your faith and inner balance, you nurture your soul and become a strong representative of the light. You have a testimony to tell, okay? You have been through some major things here, and this process, this journey, it's messy. It's complicated. It is not just cut and dry and simple. There's a lot to it, and a lot of these things can be very hard to put into words, okay? Spirit really wants for you to see what a difference you have done, like what a difference your life is from now to whenever this was that you had walked away, okay? And by the way, whoever these people were that were wearing a mask, feeding off of your blessings, and jealous and envious and possessive, and all of these people, sorry about the dog barking, all of these people, they're not going to have any access to your blessings anymore. Like, you really are free. Okay? Those people are going to be reaping what they have sown. And you're about to reap everything that you have sown. And it is a lot. Like, you really have, you're a totally different person. Alright, what can you tell us, Spirit? What can you tell us? You have the Ace of Swords. You have a lot of clarity. A lot of clarity. Yeah. You're completely free from the nightmare that you were once in. You're fully aware of how powerful your thoughts and your intentions and your actions are. I mean, you're very mindful. Very mindful. And you are very in tune with your spirit guides, your ancestors. Like, you definitely, your best friend is source, is God, is the universe. Like, you have complete trust in this process, really, from where you were, it's only up from there. And the Creator is really wanting to just show you how far you've come. And you could be a little hesitant, I would say, to kind of go live your life. I mean, you could still be recovering and still be, recuperating from things, like, don't push yourself, okay? If you are a little kind of like, feeling a little blah some days, or bored, or just kind of uninterested, just know that at any moment when you are ready to walk out into the world and start exploring and start discovering and start embracing, this new life, it's waiting for you. It's there for whenever you are ready, okay? I know, like, you very much could still be, like, at the ends of coming to terms with certain things, maybe, or, really, really letting go of certain things that have, maybe taken up space in your life or have held you back to any degree. We're always growing. We're always going to be working on ourselves. And just, you're kind of in this, like, hermit mode, okay? And whenever you're ready to step out there, the door's open. All right. And because of a lot of this just shit that you have had to go through, okay? A lot of just really karmic energies and negative people and energy vampires and shit, because of a lot of this is why you want to just kind of keep to yourself, um, you really you really don't want to make the choices to go out there and do things because you don't want to have nothing to do with conflict. You don't want to have anything to do with the deceit and the disappointment, okay? Now, what Spirit is wanting you to know is that you you have already been through so much. Look, you have already been through so fucking much. Okay? Um just use your discernment. Be confident in what you have already learned, what you already know. Okay? Remain very confident in the path that you are walking. Okay? Hold your head up high. Trust yourself, okay? Because you have already been through a lot of this. So don't let these things scare you away from discovering this new life, discovering this whole new world here, because you are free. You are free from all of this shit that you have overcome, that held you back, that just broke you down, okay? All of this heartache and heartbreak and loss. You're free from these things now. Um Fear is a thief, okay? Fear will, while it is useful and can protect us, it can also be deceitful. It could be based out of something that isn't true, that isn't real, and cause us to miss out on something that's very beautiful, that's very exciting, okay? So don't let the fear of potential heartbreak, the fear of someone possibly being deceitful or lying or stealing or whatever it may be, okay? Don't let the potential of that cause you to lose out on all of the beautiful things that are in this world, all of the beautiful people that you're going to come across, the beautiful divine friendships that you're going to have. Okay, you do see this world, you do go out and you look outside and you see how beautiful it is, but when you see people, you see how dark everyone is too. You see the beauty in everybody, but you also see the darkness, and it deters you from wanting to proceed in a lot of things. Okay, so remain in the light. Just remain in your beliefs, remain in your knowing, trust your gut, trust your wisdom, trust your own logic, okay? Trust yourself, because you've been through so much, it's, you're gonna be able to know, you're gonna be able to see, and if you do come across a situation, that where you come across someone that's negative or whatever it may be, you're going to be able to overcome that. You're going to be able to handle that. Source has been equipping you this entire time with those skills. You have been working on those skills this entire time. That's all part of this awakening that you've been going through. It's all internal. Okay? It's all, you shining that light from the inside out, okay? So I think they just want you to just, yes, you've overcome a lot. Like, really congratulate yourself here, okay? Really congratulate yourself. You had to do a lot. You had to heal through a lot. You really did some amazing things, okay? And now that you have this freedom, now that you have this mindfulness, this connection, this, this light, this new world opening up to you, okay? This whole new happy, endless possibility, beautiful world that you have access to. You know, don't let these past things, these past situations hold you back from it, discovering that, from getting to experience these wonderful things, okay? And Source is just wanting you to just kind of reflect, okay, from where you've come from. And whenever you're ready, whenever you are ready, okay, the door is open for you to discover this whole new world. The Creator has your back. Spirit has your back. Your ancestors, angels, I mean, everybody is surrounding you and protecting you and really rooting for you and cheering you on to go out and really get to live this life. You know, you have this second chance at life here, and it's just beginning. Your life has just started, okay? Whenever you're ready to step into it. All right, let's pull a final message. We'll do an angel message. Spirit, what is the final message? We have singing and dancing. Express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through the magical power of music and movement. Okay? Get out there and do something fun. All right? I hope this helped. Until next time. Bye.